यशोदानन्दना व्रजजनरञ्जना यशोदानन्दना व्रजजनरञ्जना यमुनातीरा वनचारी यमुनातीरा वनचारी जय राधा माधवा कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधवा कुंज बिहारी हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा हरे हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे गौर हरि बोल। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा हरे हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare. Jaya Radha Govinda, Radha Govinda, Radhe. Jaya Radha Govinda, Radha Govinda, Radhe. Jai Jagannath, Jai Jagannath, Jai Baladev, Jai Subhadra, Jai Jagannath. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Nitai Gaura Haribo, 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 Haribo. Shri Radha Govinda Deva ki jai, Shri Jagannath Baladeva Subhadra Maharani ki jai, Shri Shri Gauranitai ki jai, Shri Krishna Balaram ki jai, Shri Radha Shyama Sundar ki jai, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Nitai Gaura Premanande Hari Hari Bo. Hare Krishna. So my name is Govind Krishna Das. Just a little introduction before I start. For many devotees who might not know me, I am from Kurukshetra Dham, the land of Bhagavad Gita, the birthplace of Bhagavad Gita. And my father is serving there as the temple president, His Grace Sakshi Gopal Das Prabhuji. And I'm trying to assist him because Srila Prabhupada in the year 1975, 1st of December 1975, His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, he came to Kurukshetra, and when he came to Kurukshetra for the first time, he took a tour of Kurukshetra Dham, and he went and he saw a couple of places, especially Brahma Sarovar. How many of you been to Kurukshetra, not been to Kurukshetra? Okay, I think that's like 95% of devotees here, sitting here, have not been to Kurukshetra. Even many ISKCON devotees, they've been to Vrindavan Dham. We dream of going to Vrindavan Dham, and also we go to Mayapur. We go to Jagannath Puri. So Vrindavan Dham, Mayapur Dham, Jagannath Puri Dham are very famous. Even when devotees take out yatras, they either go to Vrindavan, they either go to Puri. Where are we going now this time? We're going to Mayapur. So Kurukshetra sometimes it gets lost. So Srila Prabhupada, when he came to Kurukshetra Dham in 1975, he said, this Kurukshetra Dham is not only the birthplace of Bhagavad Gita, but it is also the birthplace, the first ever Rath Yatra, which took place in history, was in Kurukshetra, not in Puri. The whole Leela actually happened in Kurukshetra. When Krishna When he left Vrindavan and he went to Dwarka, and the whole Mahabharat battle war was fought. One day Narada Muni comes to Dwarka and he says, "My dear Dwarkadish, so many people have lost their lives in the battle of Mahabharat, and the Pandavas were, they were a part of it, and even you were a part of it. So just for the sake of setting an example, I wish you go to Kurukshetra and take a dip at the Brahma Sarovar." Now, Brahma Sarovar is not an ordinary Sarovar. Brahma is Lord Brahma, and Sarovar means a pond. Brahma Sarovar. So when you go to Kurukshetra, even now, you can take darshans of that same Brahma Sarovar which Krishna came during the solar eclipse, Surya Grahan. He came along with Balaram. I've been told to glorify Lord Balaram today, since we are about to celebrate the appearance day of Sri Balaram. So in Vrindavan they say, "Bolo Dauji Maharaj ki jai." Dauji. Balaram has different names. Dauji. If you go to Jagannath Puri, if you go to Odisha, they call him Bada Thakur. Bada in Hindi means big, elder. Thakur means the big god, even bigger than Jagannath. So Bada Thakur. Even in Vrindavan Dham and even in Puri, people are not scared of Jagannath. Jagga to Kaliya. Kaliya Thakur. It's no big deal. Jagga is like a friend. Like Kaliya, they call him Kaliya, the one who's black in color. So Jagannath has different names in the original language. But Balaram, serious. Bada Thakur. They don't mess with Balaram. So I've been told to glorify Lord Balaram. So I wanted to start off by glorifying Balaram being in Sri Kurukshetra Dham. So Krishna came with Balaram, with his whole Narayani Sena, with all his queens. Rohini Mata, the mother of Balaram, was also there, and so was their dear sister, Sri Subhadra Devi. So they all come from Dwarka, and Narada Muni runs towards Vrindavan and meets Nanda Baba, Yashoda Maiya, and all the Brajavasis. And since Krishna has left, Yamuna has stopped flowing, Giriraj has melted, the gopis' eyes have sunken in. Yashoda Maiya, Nanda Baba and Radharani, they just keep on crying. They have not eaten any food. The Vaishnava Acharyas explain the Brajavasis actually did not eat any food. They were surviving on Yamuna water. They used to just have Yamuna's jal, and that's it. And then they were in Vipralamba Bhav of Krishna. When will Krishna come back? Their eyes were just looking at the same route where Akrura took Krishna to Mathura. That's what their position for 100 years. So imagine the intensity. The Brajavasis have not met Krishna and Balaram since 100 years. Like any of our loved one, when we are away from our home or from our loved one, and when we get an opportunity to meet them, that happiness, that intensity, it goes to another level. Now it's been 100 years. So Narada Muni comes to Kurukshetra, Vrindavan Dham, and he says, "My dear Nanda Baba, my dear Yashoda Maiya, O goddess, O Srimati Radharani, Krishna is not far now." Well, in India, Dwarka is in Gujarat. Gujarat is quite far, but Kurukshetra is in Haryana. It's like just 4 and 5 hours drive from Vrindavan to Kurukshetra. So I request you, if you want to see Krishna, he's come very close to you. Please come and see Krishna Balaram. So everyone got so enthusiastic. They said, "Let's go to Kurukshetra right now." Kurukshetra Dham is so auspicious, my dear devotees, that Radharani never stepped a foot outside Vrindavan. Never in her life. You will not read or you will not hear any Leela where Radharani went outside of Vrindavan. Barsana, Govardhan, Braj, 84 Kosh, in that area she stays. Only once in her life did not only Radharani, but Lalita Sakhi, Vishakha, Tunga Vidya, Rang Devi, Sudevi, Chitraleka, Chitrasakhi, all the Ashtasakis, all the Gwalas, Sridham, Subala, Stoka Krishna, all the Sakhas are now coming and they're going towards Kurukshetra Dham. Now they met during the solar eclipse, Surya Grahan, okay? And now Radharani is seeing Krishna for the first time after 100 years. But she is not satisfied and she is not happy seeing Krishna now, because Krishna is all very opulently decorated as Dwarkadish. She recognizes only the Krishna who is called Shyama Sundar. Shashi Radha Shyama Sundar ki jai. Krishna who has just one dhoti, one peacock feather and a flute. Right now he's been guarded by the whole Narayani Sena. He's not even approachable. So sometimes people have this, question. Is Vishnu bigger or is Krishna bigger? Krishna has come from Vishnu. Sometimes back in India, people think that Krishna is actually an incarnation of Vishnu. And Prabhupada gives this classical example of what kind of relationship do you want to have with God. Like if you go to Tirupati, your hands will automatically be folded. Narayana, Narayana, Venkataramana, Govinda. And you just fold your hands and you stand in the line, you walk in the line and you see Narayan for a split second and then you go out. That's it. That's the relationship with Narayan that you can have with God, like a servitor, like Das. And with Krishna, the intimacy is on another level. You become friends with Krishna, Krishna will eat your jhuta. Yeah, he'll eat your left out. In the whole Brahma Vimol Leela, what is happening? Krishna is eating from the mouth of the coward boys, and the coward boys are eating from the mouth of Krishna. There the coward boys are not going to bow down to Krishna. Yashoda Maiya is not bothered about Krishna being God or the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So Srila Prabhupada said, it depends upon you. What kind of relationship do you want to develop with God? With Krishna, you can have the topmost rasa. With Vishnu, with Narayan, you can only have dasya ras. With Krishna, you can have sakhya ras. With Krishna, you can have vatsalya ras. With Krishna, you can have a madhurya ras. And of course, with Krishna, you can have a shanta ras. And Lord Balaram is the only personality who serves Krishna in all these rasas together in one go. Like for us, like in the beginning, we are like Das there. Dandavat Pranam, Prabhu, Dandavat Pranam, Dandavat Pranam, Dandavat Pranam. And then as the years go by, so the junior, the beginner becomes a little bit senior, and then now we start expecting pranams. Like, Prabhu, excuse me, I just walked past you. You didn't pay obeisances to me. Haribol. So sometimes we are in dasyaras. When we come initially in Krishna consciousness, we are like within servant mood. But to go to the mood of madhurya ras, that's not so easy. But Sri Balaramji worships Krishna in all the rasas. So before we chant the pranam mantra, because Balaram Purnima or Balaram Jayanti is coming up, I thought it would be a nice idea that we can all memorize this shloka. We can all learn this mantra by heart, because whenever we pay obeisances to the deities, there are different mantras that we offer. Like when we offer obeisances to Radharani, we sing Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhan Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye. When we offer obeisances to Krishna, we recite, He Krishna Karuna Sindhu, Dina Bandhu Jagatpate, Gopesha Gopika Kanta, Radha Kanta Namastute. When we offer obeisances to Lord Jagannath, what mantra do we chant? Deva Deva Jagannath Pravanarati Vinashanam Trahimam Pundari Kaksham Patitam Bhavasagare. To Subhadra Maya, Jaya Devi Subhadre Tvam Sarvesham Bhadradahini. Jai Devi Bhakti Datri Prasiddhati Parameshwari Jai Devi Subhadritvam Sarvesham Bhadradhaini. This is Subhadra Maya's Pranam Mantra. And Lord Balaram's Pranam Mantra is on the screen. So we'll all recite it together. Namaste stu halagraya. Namaste Musalayudha. Namaste Revati Kanta. Namaste Bhaktavatsala. Namaste Balinam Shrestha. Namaste Dharani Dhara. Pralambare Namaste Stu. Pahi Mam Krishna Purvaja. Namaste Stu Halagraya. Namaste Musalayudha. Namaste Revati Kanta. Namaste Bhaktavatsala. Namaste Bhalinam Shrestha. Namaste Dharani Dhara. Pralambare Namaste Stu. Pahi Mam Krishna Purvajaha. Anyone would like to recite? Namaste Stu Halagraya. Namaste. Namaste Balinam Shrestha. Namaste Dharani Dhara. Namare Namaste Shu. Namaste Stu Halagraya. Namaste Musalayudha. Namaste Revati. Translation. I offer my respectful obeisances to Lord Balaram, who holds plough and club. O husband of Revati, O protector of devotees, I offer my humble obeisances unto you. You are supremely powerful, O sustainer of the earth, O enemy of Pralamba, O elder brother of Krishna, please protect me. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshulumritam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Gurum Shri Yutapatakamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavanscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatham Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakha Vitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deena Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhasya Kripa Sindhu Va Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. One more time with a little bit more bal, since we are talking about Balaram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So I fall in the lotus feet of His Holiness Jayadvaita Swami Maharaj, His Grace Pancharatna Prabhu, His Grace Archit Das Prabhu, all these senior Vaishnava Acharyas, all these senior Vaishnava devotees, for allowing me to speak something on the glories of Sri Balaram. Though I am not qualified because I have been instructed by the devotees, I would like to share something for my own purification. Hare Krishna. So, I was discussing about Lord Krishna and Balaram in Kurukshetra and Srimati Radharani and all the Brajavasis, meeting them in Kurukshetra Dham, and Radharani is not happy and she is not satisfied seeing Krishna, so she just leaves from the place. From the other side comes Rukmini Maya, Rukmini, who is the wife of Krishna. So she goes to Rohini Mata, the mother of Lord Balaram, and says, who is this Radha? Who is this Radha Rani? Even till today, it's been 100 years, Krishna has left Vrindavan, but whenever he's even sleeping in the night, he suddenly starts yelling, Hey Radhe! Hey Radhe! Radhe! And he starts crying. He cries so much that the whole bed becomes wet. Who is this Radharani? So Rohini said, if you want to understand, Radha Tattva is not so easy to understand. Even Shukadev Goswami, for that matter, did not speak Radharani's name directly. Yeah, Shukadev Goswami is Srimati Radharani's own parrot. Hana? Shuka plays in the lotus hand of Srimati Radharani. And it is Radharani who sent Shuka. You go and preach the glories of Krishna in the form of Srimad Bhagavatam. She sent Shuka from Goloka, and that is how Shuka comes down and takes the form of Shukadeva Goswami. We all know that Leela. So if Shukadeva Goswami is not being able to understand Srimati Radharani, how will we be able to understand Radharani Tattva? So Rohini Mata said, okay, if I'm going to tell you about the glories of Radharani and what Nanda Baba and the Brijvasis mean to Krishna, you have to make sure that Krishna and Balaram do not hear anything. Because if they hear the pastimes of Brijvasis and what they are going through in the separation of them, they will not be able to tolerate it. Okay, what should we do? So they put Subhadra Maya as a guard. They locked all of themselves in a room, and Rohini Mata said, Subhadra, you stand outside the door and make sure Krishna and Balaram do not come in. And now Rohini Devi starts speaking about Radha Tattva. Wherever there is Krishna Katha, we might reach late, but Krishna is the first audience to be seated, because Krishna, if someone glorifies us, oh Prabhu, you're so good, Prabhu, this kind of service no one does, like, you're the best in this service. So when someone glorifies you, how do we like it? We like it, right? So similarly, when someone glorifies Krishna, Krishna likes it, Krishna loves it, and he comes to listen to Katha. He comes to listen to his own Katha. So Krishna, Balaram came running. They got to know there's some Katha going on, and as soon as they reached there was a tent, because all the queens have put up a tent, and Rohini had her own tent, and all the queens were in the tent listening to the glories of Brajvasis and Radharani. So Krishna is trying to go inside, and Subhadra Maya is saying, no, sorry, you're not allowed. Like, Subhadra, we are your brothers. What are you doing? Please let us go inside. Bola, nahi, andar nahi ja sakte, you're not allowed. We are going to give you a lot of dowry. When you get married, we are your brothers. So they started, trying to manipulate Subhadra Maya. But she said, I am not going to let you in. The least you can do is, you can put your ears towards the window and hear what's going on. So when Krishna and Balaram they put their ear towards the window and they started hearing what Rohini Mata was narrating about the Brijvasis and how deeply they have been suffering in deep separation of them, Krishna's eyes became big. You know, sometimes when we hear a shocking news, your eyes become big. Like, what? So Krishna's eyes became big. And his hands started sunking in. And his feet also started sunking in. And that was the first time when Krishna and Balaram took the form of Jagannath and Baladev. Bolo Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra, Maharani ki jai. So you will see, Subhadra Maiya does not even have hands. Jagannath has hands, Balaram has hands, but Subhadra Devi does not even have any hands. Why? Who can tell me the answer? Why? Because? Without the hands. It's merged. Okay, of course, very nice. Thank you, Prabhu. Because she's holding the hands of Krishna Balaram, so they've merged inside the hands of Krishna and Balaram. Any other? Huh? Oh, wow, Jai. This is a new one for me, Prabhu. I will use it for sure. Very nice. What I've also heard from the Vaishnava Acharyas is, seeing the state of her brothers, Krishna and Balaram, seeing the state of her brother, so girls are even more emotional. She became even more anxious. Like, what is happening to my brothers? Their hands are, sinking in. They don't even have hands. So she became even more shocked than Krishna and Balaram that her hands, she literally lost her hands. She was in such a state of shock. So that is why Subhadra Maiya does not even have hands. So when this happened, it happened for a split second. Just for a split second, and Krishna came back in his form. Who saw this? Narada Muni saw this. And when Narada Muni saw this darshan, Narada Muni said, my dear Krishna, you have taken this beautiful form, and whatever form you take, say you take a form of Panduranga Vitthala. When Krishna stood on the brick, and he put his hand on the waist, like, what are you doing? Come on, Pundalik, I'm waiting for you. So Krishna is waiting there for his devotees, waiting to protect them. So he took a form, now it's being worshipped in Maharashtra, in Pandharpur. So Krishna took this form of Jagannath, the controller of the universe, not only Odiyanath, not only Indianath, Jagannath is the controller of the universe, and that is why when Srila Prabhupada's Western devotees were not allowed to enter into the Jagannath temple because they were white, the white elephants had come to India, and they were stopped. So, because the localites don't allow, there's a system there in Odisha, in Puri, that if you're not a Hindu, you can't enter into the temple. So the devotees were stopped, and Prabhupada said, okay, Jagannath is Jagatnath. He's the controller of the universe. He's just not Odiyanath. It does not only belong to India. Jagannath is for the whole universe. So I will bring Jagannath to the whole world. And that is how Srila Prabhupada in San Francisco in 1967, if I'm not wrong, in 1967, Srila Prabhupada introduced the world with Jagannath, Baladev and Subhadra Maharani. And yesterday when I was honoring Prasadam, the devotees were telling me, it's next year we are celebrating like 50 years of the Rath Yatra in New York. So now we have Rath Yatras in America, in Australia, in South Africa, in China, in Japan, in Pakistan, all due to the blessings and mercy of His Divine Grace. A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. So that is how the Lord took this form. And then what happened? When all the gopis and all the sakhis, they saw, oh, Krishna's chariot is here. Krishna had come from Dwarka in his chariot. So they let loose of the ropes of the horses, and on one side, all the gopas they tied two what you call ropes. On one side came all the sakhas, and on the other side came all the sakhis, all the Brijvasis. And that is when they, they pulled Krishna all the way from Kurukshetra to Vrindavan Dham. And that is the mood Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given us, the Gaudiyas, that what does the Rath Yatra represent? And that is what Srila Prabhupada taught us, that when we pull the chariots of Lord Jagannath, Balaram and Subhadra Maya, we are pulling Krishna from Kurukshetra back within the hearts of our Vrindavan Dham. So Srila Prabhupada, when he came to Kurukshetra in 1975, this all started when I was glorifying Kurukshetra. In 1975, Prabhupada came Kurukshetra and he said, Kurukshetra is just not the birthplace of Bhagavad Gita. We know the battlefield happened, the Mahabharata happened in Kurukshetra, but Krishna took the form of Jagannath in Kurukshetra, and the first Rath Yatra also took place in Kurukshetra. So Srila Prabhupada said, there is a statement of Prabhupada, and we have it in letters. Kurukshetra Dham is most important. Why? Because in ISKCON, we are preaching on mass scale on the basis of two things. Our philosophy is Bhagavad Gita. Prabhupada even said once, even if I'm lost in an island, just give me one copy of Bhagavad Gita and I'll manage. And Prabhupada came to give the whole world the philosophy of Bhagavad Gita. So Bhagavad Gita has come from Kurukshetra, and we celebrate Rath Yatras. And when we take the Lord out on the street, the whole universe, and we take him out on the Tompkins Square, which street do we take him out on? Fifth Avenue, Fifth Avenue. When he comes out on the Fifth Avenue, I've been told like the world's most biggest parades happen on that Fifth Avenue, and Jagannath comes on the same street. Jantu darshanat mukti sahadadati kripanidhi. Why Jagannath is so glorious is, when we are worshipping Radha Govind Devji or any other deity, we have to recite mantras. Okay, right now there is bhoga happening and you close the curtains. Jagannath, nothing doing. No mantra, nothing. Jantu darshanat mukti sadadati kripanidhi. All you need to do is just stand in front of Jagannath. Just stand, not even fold your hands. Jantu means all the jana, all of us. Jantu darshanat mukti. As soon as you just see Jagannath, Jantu darshanat mukti, you're done. Kripa is there. Jantu darshanat mukti sahadadati kripanidhi. You don't need to offer, to chant mantras to Jagannath. Okay, Prabhu, please offer. No, Jagannath is just looking at the bhoga, done. Ho gaya, bhog ho gaya. Now you take prasadam. That is why there is no Ekadashi also in Jagannath Puri, because he is the eating god. Srila Prabhupada gave us two gods. Prabhupada gave us the dancing god, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki. So Prabhupada gave us the dancing god, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and Prabhupada gave us the eating god, Jagannath. So all we need to do is chant, dance and be happy and eat Jagannath's Mahaprasad. So Prabhupada said, Kurukshetra Dham and all the devotees from all over the world should come and see the place where Krishna spoke the Bhagavad Gita, where this Leela happened. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, when he came to Kurukshetra and he also took the jal of Brahma Sarovar, he said, this is non-different than Radha Kund. And all the devotees will be very pleased to know, maybe we can share it on the screen, Prabhu, if we have it there. By the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, ISKCON Kurukshetra is building a huge temple right at the place where Krishna spoke the Bhagavad Gita 5,000 years ago, which is known as Jyotisar. And we'll just rewind the video. I'm just showing you a small glimpse of how the project looks like. Srila Prabhupada dreamt of this project back in 1975, and it's still pending. It's still under construction. We had to go through court cases for 16 years. Srila Prabhupada gave this project to His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj. And Guru Maharaj gave it to my father to take care of it, His Grace Sakshi Gopal Prabhu. The whole temple is in the form of a chariot. There are huge 42 height foot horses. There are wheels. So when you see the temple, you feel like Krishna is taking Arjuna in the battlefield of Kurukshetra. So can I please hear a loud Hari Bol before we play this video? Haribo! Yes, Prabhu. It's just like a small 1 minute. I think you have to rewind it. It's in the, yeah. So this is right now the construction site. It takes its time. We can chant the pranam mantra of Balaram. Namaste tu halagraya, namaste musala yudha, namaste revati kanta, namaste bhaktavatsala, namaste balinam shreshta, namaste dharani dhara, pralambare namaste stu, pahi mam Krishna purvajaha. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Do we have a PPT? We can just show the videos, photos if you don't, if the video is not being played. Try the PPT. We can just show some slides. Yeah, so this is also not the latest picture right now. This is like a couple of years back. The video has the latest update. So this is how the temple looks like. These are like huge horses. This is the front view of the temple. If you keep on going, we'll have to. This is Prabhupada's letter. On December 1st, 1975, we have this in our diaries, Prabhupada went to Kurukshetra with several disciples. Before returning to Delhi, he decided to visit a less developed area of Kurukshetra called Jyotisar, the actual place where Lord Krishna had spoken the Bhagavad Gita. Srila Prabhupada walked about and thoroughly inspected the area. After 10 minutes, he asked the devotees what they thought about it. Everyone expressed enthusiasm about the place, which they sensed as spiritually vibrant. A deep, timeless wisdom and serenity seemed to permeate the atmosphere. Srila Prabhupada told the devotees that ISKCON should build a temple of Krishna Arjuna temple. We just skip some slides and we'll go to the photos. Okay? Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah. So this is a small, you can see darshans of Brahma Sarovar that we've been, discussing about. So this is Gopal Krishna Maharaj. He's taking a walk. That is His Grace Sakshipal Das Prabhu, our temple president. So we had to go through a court case just to get this land. 16 years were gone into a court case. Yeah, go ahead, Prabhu. If we can see, this is His Holiness Gopal Krishna Maharaj seeing the land. I just want to show the temple side. Some other, this is inside the, this is like one wheel. Go back. This is just one, no. Yeah, you see this wheel? This is the wheel. This is the size of one wheel and there are like 6 wheels. If the video was played, you could have a better view. Yeah, thank you. Go ahead, Prabhu, please. Yeah, that's it. Thank you. Just try if you can see the video is played. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. I'll just try one more time to resend the video. Prabhu, I really want, if you can all see the, I don't know why it's not being played. Bro, can you check? It's MP4. Is it being played on the WhatsApp? Bro, check if it's being played on the phone. It's playing on the phone, right? Anyways, we'll continue glorifying Lord Balaram, and if Balaram wishes, the video will also play. So Lord Balaram is known as both the Adi Guru, but also Adi Das. When Garga Muni, Gargacharya when there was the name-giving ceremony of Lord Krishna and Balaram, what Yashoda Maya did, she wanted to test the powers of Gargacharya. So what they did is, they both switched their children's. Rohini Mata was holding Krishna, while Rohini is the mother of Balaram. And Yashoda Maiya, she was holding Balaram. So now they both went in front of Gargacharya. And the name giving ceremony happened in the Goshala, in Gokul. So now Yashoda Maiya and Rohini Mata are there, and Gargacharya, he understood. Looks like Yashoda Maiya wants to test me. So he looked at Yashoda Maiya and he said, "My dear Yashoda Maiya, the child that you are holding in your lap is not your child. It is actually Rohini's child." And as soon as Yashoda Maiya heard that, she said, "Baba pakka hai, he's good." he passed the test. So then Gargacharya looked at the child and he said, "My dear mother, his name will be Balaram." Bal means strength and Ram means the receiver of all pleasure, of all bliss. But he'll also be called Sankarshan because he's been pulled out from the womb of Mother Devaki. So because he's been Akarshan, because he's been pulled out from the womb of Devaki Maya, one of his name will also be Sankarshan. One name of him will be Rama, the one who gives bliss or anand or pleasure to the devotees. One of his name will be Baladev, the one who gives power or strength to the devotees. Another name of his will be Balabhadra. Bhadra means all the anarthas that we have. It is Balaram's strength. It is Balaram who will take all the anarthas away from our hearts. So that is why when we chant the pranam mantra of Balaram, it is Namaste to Halagraya, the one who is holding a plow in his hand. What does Balaram do by holding a plow? He could have held any other shastra. What does a plow do? A plow, it makes the land soft. When you plow the land becomes soft, the mud becomes very neat and becomes very, it becomes very clean and it becomes a very nice place. The land becomes very nice when you plow it. Back in those days, you used to use a plow, now they use trucks and all that stuff. So what does Balaram do? Before Krishna appeared in the prison of Kamsa, these 6 children were killed, right? These 6 children, they represent Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moh, Mad, Matsarya, all these 6 anarthas. So until and unless, and then Balaram appears, until unless these 6 anarthas, lust, anger, greed, envy, jealousy, pride, all these anarthas are not clean from the heart, Krishna does not take a place, does not sit within the heart of a devotee. So what does Balaramji do? So before Krishna came, Balaram came in the womb of Devaki Maiya, and he with his plow is now making the womb clean for Krishna to appear within the womb of Devaki Maiya. That is why Lord Balaram holds a plow. Namaste tu Halagraya, Namaste Mushalayoda. So Balaram, we now know the meaning of Balaram, Sankarshan, Balabhadra, and Sri Balaramji is Adi Guru. From Balaram comes Vasudev, Sankarshan, Pradyumman, Anirudh, all the incarnations of Lord Vishnu, the Mahavishnu, Karanodakshaya Vishnu, Garbhadakshaya Vishnu, Shirodakshaya Vishnu, all the Vishnu Tattva also are incarnating from Balaram. Brajendra Nandan, Jai Sachi Suta, Hoilo Sai, Balaram Hoilo Nitai, Dina Hino Jata Shilo, Hari Naam Uddharilo, Tara Sakshi Jagai Madai. It is the same Balaram who appeared in the form of Lakshman in Treta Yuga. It is Balaram who manifests himself in Kali Yuga in the form of Sri Nityananda Mahaprabhu. But because in Treta Yuga he was younger in age, and Ram used to always, Lakshman, ye nahi karna hai, Lakshman, no, quiet. So Balaram was not able to serve Krishna with the degree he wanted to because he was younger in age. So he decided, now next time when I come, I'm going to be elder. So after Treta comes Kali Yuga. So now he comes in the form of an elder brother Balaram. And now he does not leave any opportunity to serve Krishna. As we were discussing, Balaram serves Krishna in every rasa. This temple is Balaram. Every single paraphernalia we see in the temple is Balaram's manifestation. Kartal is Balaram, Mridanga is Balaram, the altar is Balaram, the dresses of Krishna, what Radha Govind Dev is wearing, is Balaram. Every paraphernalia that we use in Krishna's service is Balaram. That is how enthusiastic Balaram is to serve Krishna. So in Shantaras, Balaram is worshipping Krishna in the form of paraphernalias. Dham, Vrindavan Dham, Kurukshetra, Mayapur, any dham is a form of Balaram. That is Shantaras. Then comes Sakhyaras, Dasyaras. In Dasyaras, Dasya means servant. And who is the topmost servant of Krishna? The Guru. So in the form of Guru, Balaram is the Adi Guru. And all the Guru Varga, the whole Guru Parampara is actually an expansion of Sri Balaram. How many of us think we need strength to complete our rounds? Yeah. Sometimes 8, sometimes 10, sometimes 16, around 10, 11 in the night. So we need strength. How many of us believe we need strength to distribute Srila Prabhupada's books? We need strength. How many of us think we need strength to observe Ekadashi Vrata, Kartik Vrata, and so many Vratas? We all need strength. How many of us believe we need strength when someone, says some criticism about us, someone, ill-treats us? We need strength to, sustain. How many of us think like that? Who will provide that strength? Balaram is just not Balaram, strength, physical strength. Prabhupada is saying Balaram does not give, even though Balaram is Ananta Shesha, he is holding millions of planets on his hooves, but actually what Balaram provides is spiritual strength so that a sadhaka, a devotee, can very nicely, very sincerely move ahead in his devotional practice. Now the question arises is, how does Balaram provide that strength? Would anyone like to add something? How does Balaram will not just come in front of us and here's the plow, and there you go, I touch it, and now you're getting the strength. Would anyone want to give any suggestions, any inputs? How does Balaram help? This was the theme of today's, lecture, but we're running short of time. How does Lord Balaram provide strength to devotees? Yes, Prabhu. Very nice. Thank you, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu. How does he do that? Yeah, so he cleans all the anarthas, but how does he do it? Yes, Prabhu. Through Guru. Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakati. We sing every day. So Guru's Vani, Shri Balaram helps a sadhaka develop Krishna consciousness and become sincere, and he cleans all the anarthas through Guru's Vani. When a spiritual master speaks, Srila Prabhupada often used to say, in India, people ask for blessings, and they, Swamiji, please put your hand on our head, है ना? Bless कर दो, थोड़ा आशीर्वाद दे दो. So Prabhupada used to say, the true blessing of an acharya, the true blessing of a spiritual master is his words, is his vani. So when we follow the vani of an acharya, of a guru, we follow or we gain the mercy of Balaram. So for example, the bead bags can be in the, we can be having the bead bag here. This is Krishna here. But it could be just lying here all day. Who is going to give you the bal, the power to actually, ye lo, aise uthana hai, you have to pick it up and now you have to chant. So the Bhagavatam is there, it's there, the books are there, but we might not read it. It is Balaram who is going to provide that strength to pick up the Japamala, to pick up the Bhagavatam and read and study. So that's why Bal not only represents strength, Bal also represents knowledge. And knowledge comes down from Guru Mukha Padma Vakya Chitete Koriya Akya Arana Koriyo Mane Asha. So when we follow the Guru's words as it is, we attain Srila Balaramji's mercy, his strength. So Balaram represents the Adi Guru. He is the direct, all these spiritual masters are the direct representatives of Sri Balaram, and of course he is Adi Das. Krishna is Sevya Bhagwan. He's supposed to be worshipped. Krishna is Sevya Bhagwan and Balaram is Sevak Bhagwan. There is no difference between Krishna and Balaram. Once Yamuna Mataji and another devotee, they had this conflict, and this Prabhu was saying, well, the difference between Krishna and Balaram is that Krishna is black in color and Balaram is white in color. There is no other difference. Yamuna Mataji said, no, there's one major difference, more difference. What is that? Balaram never associates with Radharani, but Krishna associates with Radharani. So now they both went to Prabhupada. Prabhupada, what is the difference between Krishna and Balaram? I think there's no difference because Balaram is the direct representative of the first expansion of Krishna himself. So he's Krishna himself. So I think there's only difference in color. But Yamuna, so am I right? Prabhupada said, you are right. And then Yamuna Mataji said, but Prabhupada, Krishna, Balaram does not associate with Radharani. Krishna only does associate with Radharani. Prabhupada said, you are also right. And then the other devotee said, but Prabhupada, then what is right? Prabhupada said, you are also right. Everyone's right. So in this tattva philosophy, when we talk about Krishna and Balaram, because Balaram is also serving, as we were discussing, Balaram is serving Krishna in all rasa. Shanta rasa, paraphernalias. Dasa rasa, he also, you seen a picture of the painting of, Krishna and Balaram being the elder of brother of Krishna, he is pressing the legs of Krishna, he is serving Dasiras. And then there is Vatsalyaras. If there is anything, Balaram gets to know there is some demon who is trying to attack Krishna. If you go to Nandagaon in Vrindavan, even today, Nandagaon, there is Krishna Balaram standing. Balaram is not white in color there. You know what the color of Balaram is? Black. He said, I'm going to change my color. Because when Kansa keeps on sending what he call the demons, they'll be confused. Who is Krishna and who is Balaram? So even Balaram over there is black in color. Dauji, when you go to Vrindavan, there is Dauji, the village of Balaram. It's called Baladev Gaon. Balaram is not white there, he's black. He's so protective towards his brother that he changes his color. So that is Vatsalya ras. And then there is Madhurya ras. Balaram takes the form of Radharani's sister. You know what's her name? Ananga Manjari. So even in Madhurya ras, Balaram is worshipping Shri Krishna. And that is why he is Adidas. Adidas, the brand? They're copying it from Adidas, from the Sanskrit word, the Adidas. I'll just take 5 more minutes. There's a beautiful pastime of Jagannath, Balaram and Subhadra. I mean, we can talk about philosophy. There's so much philosophy to share. And of course, there's one nice Leela I'd like to share of Krishna, Balaram and Subhadra in Jagannath Puri Dham. But yes, primarily what I like to also share is these 2 words, Balaram. Balaram is providing strength to the devotees so we don't be distracted from our spiritual practices. For example, there's a very nice story of Giriraj Swami Maharaj in Mumbai. Back in those days when ISKCON was trying to acquire the land, Mr. Nair, ISKCON had paid money, but still, Mr. Nair, he thought that I'm not going to give ISKCON the land and I'm going to save the money. So what should I do? Let me try to give a bad name to the ISKCON devotees. If they have a bad name, then, I will keep the land. So he invited Giriraj Prabhu that time, not Maharaj. in his car and he said, let me just give you a tour and we just sit and discuss something. And he took Giriraj Maharaj towards the red light area and he stopped the car in front of many prostitutes. And he called a lot of prostitutes and they started touching Maharaj in different body parts. And that is when Giriraj Swami, he closed his eyes and he prayed to Srila Prabhupada, remembering the Vani. I vowed to be a celibate, I vowed to be a brahmachari, remembering the yajna, remembering the vows that I'm never going to touch a woman, never going to look towards a woman. And remembering the Vani, remembering the words of Prabhupada, he got strength of Balaram. And he was sharing, Maharaj shares often, automatically these prostitutes, they started moving their hands from Maharaj. As if there's some current in him. He started moving away from Maharaj. And Mr. Nair, as soon as he saw that, he was shocked. So Balaram will not only provide strength and power when we call him through the Guru, but then he will also give us Ram. He will also give us bliss. Sometimes when we keep on doing our spiritual practices, we sometimes become lenient. Sometimes we might take it as a little boring or something, or too much philosophy like that. That is when Ram comes in and he gives you that anand and that bliss. So I thought I'd share the meaning of Balaram. And then, last but not least, one very sweet Leela from Jagannath Puri, Jagannath temple. So this whole temple of Jagannath Puri belongs to whom? Lakshmi. She is the controller of the temple. That's why the name of the temple is Shri Mandir. In Jagannath Puri, the name of the temple is Shri Mandir, Lakshmi's temple. So one day Balaram saw, hey, this Lakshmi just goes anywhere she wants. Now she's entering into Chandala's home. And she's sitting there and she's honoring Prasadam because the Chandalas have called her. And now she's honoring Prasadam over there. And he comes and Balaram chastises Jagannath. No one can chastise Krishna. Huh? Am sarvasya prabhavo matta sarva pravartate iti matva bhajante mam buddha bhava sama. Everyone's worshipping Krishna. But Krishna is chastised by Balaram. Hey, Kaliya, Jagannath, what is this going on? Your wife, she just goes to anyone's home, eats anywhere. This temple has to be pure. It has to be taken care of very nicely. There's some standards that we need to follow. Okay, you tell your wife, she cannot do like this. So Jagannath, in the night, calls, what do you call Lakshmi? My dear Lakshmi. Put some flattering words. Balaram was saying, I think it's not a good idea that, you go to people's houses. No, you cannot. You never know when a woman just snaps. Lakshmi, as soon as she heard that Jagannath is trying to check her, hey, my dear Prabhu, do I even ask you any time where you're going, which devotee you're meeting? Why are you trying to ask me? They call me so nicely, so I go and meet them. No, but Jagannath is like a little scared. But I think, it's not a good idea. Balaram is angry. Okay, I will see. I'll manage. Next day, she goes into some tribal's homes. She's roaming around in the tribal area, honoring Prasadam, and Balaram sees her. Balaram is coming out from Mahodadi, taking a snan. He gets furious this time. He goes running in the temple. Jagannath, what is this going on? Didn't you tell your wife not to roam around in anyone's home? I did, Prabhu, I did, but it's not under my control. You decide. In this temple, either she will stay or either I will stay. You take a decision. Lakshmiji comes back and Jagannath now tries to pacify again Lakshmi and says, please. Lakshmi says, all right, I understand. I'm going to leave the temple. You be with your brother. And Lakshmi now leaves the temple. Now there is no Lakshmi inside the temple. Next morning, it's time for breakfast, and Jagannath cannot do without prasadam. He has to eat. That is what he gave a vow to King Indradumna, right? Before even washing his hand, even before drying, there will be a next bhoga offered. So now Jagannath wakes up and now he's very hungry for prasadam, and Balaram is saying, Jagannath, where is the prasadam today? There's no breakfast. He said, I don't know why we got late for prasadam today. And the devotees are getting late for prasad now, just another 2 minutes. So they went searching and they went inside the kitchen, and what they saw? All the utensils in the kitchen are broken. Lakshmi has left the temple, and all the utensils, there's nothing, there's no prasadam in the kitchen. Now Balaram is hungry, and he's saying, Jagannath, I am hungry, I need prasad. Now Jagannath says, don't talk to me. One, you made my wife go away from here, and now you're asking for prasad. Who cooks for us? Lakshmi cooks for us. Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay, it's okay. We're not so bad. We will cook ourselves. So Jagannath said, are you sure, Balaram? He said, I'm sure. Do one thing. So, what do you call, Balaram saw, how do you call it? Tawa. Tawa in English mein kya bolenge? Pan. Like a black pan, like tawa. So Balaram in his life for the first time he's picking up a pan, because both of these brothers have never entered into a kitchen. They just sit down and eat prasadam. Now they're entering into the kitchen for the first time in their life, and now they're seeing a pan. And Balaram asks Jagannath, what is this? Jagannath says, I think this is like a fan, When you feel hot, you just have to, it's like a fan. It's a fan. Oh, okay, all right. They're treating a pan to be a fan. So like this, they're trying to understand what there is in kitchen, but they can't understand anything. So they just move out. And they say, okay, let's just do one thing. Let's just ask for some prasadam. It's too much hungry. We're very hungry. So they transform themselves into two brahmanas. So this Leela comes in the book of His Holiness Bhakti Purushottam Swami Maharaj. He's written this Leela. I'm just sharing it with you. It's not a concocted Leela. You think I'm making it up. So now they're moving in the streets of Puri, asking for prasadam, and then suddenly they see some temple, and then they realize, oh, we are Jagannath, we are Balaram. So they enter in the temple, and there's some goddess, she's being worshipped, and she says, excuse, now when you get the bhoga, you send it to us, okay? They're talking. So one Mataji, she comes with a huge matka pot of puffed rice, yeah? Moody puffed rice. And she offers it to the Devi. And Jagannath is saying, idhar lao. So as soon as the Mataji, she's about to offer it to Jagannath and to Balaram to honor prasad, a huge wind starts blowing. And it takes away the whole pot from her hand, and it drops. Now Balaram is very, very, he's very clean. He takes care of all this cleanliness thing. And this whole puffed rice has fallen. I'm not going to eat from this. I'm not going to eat from the ground. Jagannath was like, Prabhu, we're very hungry. Just take some prasad. No. Let's go from here. Breakfast gone. It's time of lunch. Jagannath is saying, Prabhu, we have not even drunk any water. Forget about prasad. Forget about food. Let's just drink some water. I'm thirsty. So they go in search of a well. When they reach the well and they dive for some water, the whole well is dried. Completely, it's like afternoon and Jagannath has not eaten anything and they're completely irritated now. Jagannath sees there's some village, but the village was like a tribal area. Jagannath understood that this is a tribal area, and if I tell Balaram will not enter in. So I'll just be quiet. And he says, Balaram, I cannot walk. I have no strength to walk. Can you please pick me up? So Balaram picks Jagannath on his shoulders. And Jagannath says, I will search for prasad and food. You just follow me. And don't ask any question. I said, okay, let's do this. So Jagannath is on top of his shoulders, Balaram's shoulders, and now they're going, and Jagannath is saying, okay, now take a right, take a left, take a right. And now suddenly they enter into this tribal area. Now Balaram started sensing something weird. Like there's weird people going on here. It's a very dirty place. Jagannath, where are you? Where have you got me? I don't know, but I can smell there's some smell of some food. Someone is cooking something over here. So they reached a home, and there was some prasadam. Someone was cooking food, and Balaram said, where am I right now? And Jagannath said, actually, this is the tribal. Hey, you got me into a tribal area? Jagannath said, don't say a word. There is food right now here. Someone is cooking food. We'll just be quiet and just honor food and get out of here, okay? You please don't do any of this kind of stuff. He said, no. One last chance I want to give it. One last chance. You go inside the house, okay, we will eat here, but we will cook our own food. Just give me one last chance. Let me try to prepare our own food. Go get some rice. I'm going to take snan. I'll take a snan, and then we'll eat some nice, like a biryani. We'll cook some biryani, some rice. Go get some rice. Ask for them rice. Ask them utensils. We'll wash the utensils. We won't take prasad from their hands. We will make our own food. Jagannath said, okay, since you're saying we'll last try. He goes, gets some rice, and Balaram instructed Krishna to light a fire. Now Jagannath has never in his life lit a fire, never. But because Balaram has instructed him, he's just following. Now he's trying to light a fire. There is no fire going on. He's got some wood and he's trying to light fires. Balaram comes back after Snan. He said, hey Krishna, you cooked the prasad? Prabhu, I can't even light the fire. Arey, you don't know this much? Move away. Now Balaram, even he's never lit a fire. When he's trying to light a fire, so much of smoke starts coming out that white Balaram transforms into black color. And now Jagannath is looking at Balaram, and Balaram is looking at Jagannath, and Jagannath is saying, Arey Balaram, Arey Bhaiya, you got my color now. And Balaram is like, he's turned all black in color because of the smoke. Now Balaram gives up. He said, no, I cannot take it anymore. Call them and let's eat prasad. And now they sit, both the brothers sit to take prasadam. And when there's so many nice items coming, and Jagannath is thinking, no one can cook this prasad except Lakshmi. And there is one dessert Jagannath eats. It's called Pod Pita. Poda Pita. Prabhu is from Odisha, so he pronounces it better. Poda Pita, yeah? So it's like a sweet, which Lakshmi ji actually makes for Jagannath's pleasure. So at the end of the whole prasadam, this sweet came, and as soon as it was served in their plate, Jagannath and Balaram got up. They understood, this is not some ordinary person cooking. This has to be Lakshmi. So they asked, who is cooking the prasadam? So the person said, our goddess, she comes and she cooks food for us sometimes. She makes prasad for us and she feeds us with our hands. Can we please see who this is? We are Brahmanas. We will bless her. And then comes Lakshmi ji. And as soon as Balaram sees and Jagannath sees Lakshmi ji, their heads bow down, in forgiveness. And Balaram is also like, he's asking forgiveness that because of me, you went out of the temple and we are starving and we're not have prasadam since morning. And Jagannath requests Balaram, please come back to the temple. The Sri Mandir is waiting, the whole Ananda Bazaar, the bazaar, that market that provides Anand, bliss to everyone through prasadam is waiting for you. And that is how Jagannath, Balaram and Lakshmi ji, they go back to the temple. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Is there any, Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances. Yes, please, Maharaj.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji. Nice katha.
Thank you, Maharaj.
But I have a doubt about one thing. We heard that Balaram serves Krishna in all the rasas, but the Madhurya rasa is incompatible with parental rasa. It's incompatible with friendly, rasa. So this doesn't sound right to me. Is there some Shastra Praman for it?
Maharaj, what I have heard is in the Garg Samhita it is mentioned that
I'm sorry, in where?
in the Garg Samhita, it's mentioned where Balaram appears from the right side of Krishna's heart, from the right side of Krishna, and from the left side appears Srimati Radharani. So Balaram represents the Chit Shakti, and Srimati Radharani is representing the Alhadani Shakti, the Antrang Shakti. And both of these, when they combine together, they take the form of Swarupa Shakti, which is the form of a spiritual master or Guru. So Guru is the representative of Srimati Radharani plus Balaram in the form of Swarupa Shakti. This is what little knowledge I have.
Even accepting that,
Yes, Maharaj.
how does that show that Balaram serves Krishna in all 5 rasas?
Balaram is serving Krishna in the form of Ananga Manjari, as in he takes a different form as a form of Saki, and then he helps Srimati Radharani.
I think this sounds like it's over, what's the word? Under-attested. I don't see that we never hear this from Prabhupada.
Okay.
And it doesn't sound right.
Okay, Maharaj.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Maharaj.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Otherwise, all good.
Thank you so much, Maharaj. Thank you. Any other comments, questions? Yes, Prabhu.
Thank you for serving as our Pauranika and talking about Krishna. So, you said that Jagannath wasn't able to light the match.
Yes.
And Jagannath is Krishna, yes?
Sure.
And Krishna was born in the Vaishya Jati. He was born with merchants.
Sure.
I mean, I would assume that they would know how to light a match.
Sure.
So is this Krishna the same Jagannath, or do you think it's different avatars?
Well, thank you for the question, Prabhu. Krishna can do anything. That's why he is Jagannath. He is omnipotent. He's all in all. But when he comes in, when he is performing a Leela, he forgets that he is God. He is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And he becomes surrendered in the lotus feet of his pure devotees. So these are Leelas. These Leelas are for rasas, so that we can engage our mind and our consciousness in remembering Krishna. And that Krishna can also be so sweet and so cute. Of course, Krishna can lift Govardhan for 7 days and 7 nights. And with some pinky finger, on the tip of his pinky finger. Why can't he light a small fire? But because Krishna actually wants to glorify his devotee, right now in the form of Lakshmi. So Krishna is driving the chariot of Arjuna. Why? To glorify his devotee, Arjuna, that even God becomes a driver and is ready to drive a car or a chariot for his devotees. So these kind of Leelas are in order to, because sometimes philosophy becomes a little bit heavy, so Krishna performs these Leelas, Govardhan Leela, Makhan Chor Leela, so that we get that sweetness and attraction to hear and to relish these Leelas in our consciousness throughout the day, so we can remember Krishna through these Leelas.
Thank you, that makes a lot of sense. And one more question, when you were talking about Kurukshetra in the beginning, and the importance of visiting these kshetras, is there a benefit for a bhakta who visits a kshetra and then leaves? Is there like this lasting benefit that helps with developing prema to Bhagwan?
Can you just rephrase your question a bit, please? What?
Does visiting a kshetra aid a bhakta in developing their love for Bhagwan?
Visiting dhams and visiting yatras.
Yes.
So does it develop love for Krishna?
Yes.
Is that the question, if I'm not wrong?
Yes.
Is that what you mean, Prabhu? Yes, definitely, Prabhu. Like, we've been given 5 major teachings. Deity worship, studying or reading the Srimad Bhagavatam, chanting the names, and visiting the dhams. One last one, anyone remembers? Yes, living in the association Sadhu Sangha. Sadhu Sangha, Nam, Ruchi, Katha, Shravan, Dhamavas. So out of these 5, one major teaching is that we visit the dhams, those places where Krishna actually literally performed his Leelas. So as soon as we get in touch with the dham, Sri Vrindavan Dham is the home of Krishna. You can still see Yamuna Maiya, you can still see Govardhan, where he performed all these pastimes. So when a devotee visits these dhams, the love, and not only the love, the his trust towards these Leelas, his conviction also develops a lot. And you also get the mercy of the dham, but you also get the association of so many pure devotees who are residing in the dham, performing so much austerities. So definitely visiting dhams. Srila Prabhupada desired. That is why he initially initiated the Mayapur Dham, festival, the Gaur Purnima festival. He wanted all the devotees from across the world to come to Sri Mayapur Dham and spend time and also get the mercy of Gauranga Mahaprabhu. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much. Sorry for running over time. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Shri Krishna Balaram ki jai. Last but not the least, I think the video is now working. So, Prabhu, if you can make a small video from behind that we are showing this video. Take some pictures also. It's working now? You sure? Hari bol. So, Balaram is a little merciful, and we are going to show you the video of the ISKCON Kurukshetra project. Yes, Prabhu. You see these wheels? That was a side view actually. That's size. This is the ground floor. We'll also have the world's biggest Bhagavad Gita. One is in New Delhi, which the Honorable Prime Minister inaugurated. Now we'll have another one which will be made in Italy. So now this is me, I'm going up the stairs. 1, 2, 3. On the 3rd floor is the temple. This is the main hall. So there's the only temple in the world which will have the Krishna Arjuna deities in the center. Because Prabhupada wanted a Krishna Arjuna temple, and this is how it looks like a chariot. Kurukshetra Dham ki jai! Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai! Nitai Gaura Premanande Hari 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 Bol. I sincerely apologize for any offenses and mistakes, shortcomings. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.